Hi, my name is Lynne. I'm a 4.5-year cancer survivor. My tumor was a GIST tumor, a gastrointestinal stromal tumor. I first realized that something was not right at all when my girls and I went on a trip to New York City after eating at a really good little Irish pub. I got severe abdominal pain. From that point on, just continued to get worse. I couldn't eat even a couple bites without having severe pain. I actually first had gone back to work thinking it was not anything big, and then went to see my PCP, who then sent me for a CT scan. When I had my scan, I had a large tumor in my stomach, and so I ended up getting referred into Dr. Holtzman, and he basically told me he thought that my tumor would be of the type that was slower growing, and that I would be able to get it removed, but that I needed to see Dr. Burgess, who I then met after that visit. So I was set up for surgery and went in 5 weeks after I was initially diagnosed.
Lynne had a gastric GIST, which is the most common place for a GIST to grow. There's about 5,000 gastrointestinal stromal tumors per year in America, and the vast majority of them are in the stomach. So what we're able to do usually is go in laparoscopically, and we're able to staple off that portion of the stomach, freeing up and removing the tumor through smaller incisions. And that's exactly how we met and operated on Lynne.
At first, when I was diagnosed, I hadn't told my girls. They were both involved with college at the time. My girls were wonderful in terms of support during this time. We have some really great friends and that came, and stood by us the whole time. The surgery actually went really well. I was not feeling well when I went in. I had continued to work up until the point that I had my surgery. At the time, I was working as a pediatric critical care at Children's Hospital. I float between all of the critical care units in the emergency room. Everybody's saying, "I bet you're dreading this." And I said, "No, I'm so ready. I just wanted to move forward and get to feeling better again." After my surgery was all done, I had to wait for the pathology to come back. For me, once my pathology came back, I was able to only take that medicine once a day. And at this point, I remain on imatinib, mesylate, and I'm doing very well.
After we removed the gastrointestinal stromal tumor, we saw that there were features of her tumor that made her at higher risk. In the past, before 20 years ago, all we had as treatment was surgery. Now, through research, we were able to identify certain action proteins and mechanisms in this tumor that we could take advantage of with targeted therapies. With Lynne, we were able to identify that she was at higher risk for recurrence, and we were able to do a combined approach, surgery and medical therapy, to decrease her chance of recurrence, extend her survival, and give her a better chance at cure.
Once I got through that sort of piece of things, I had also been in school at the time. I somehow survived through school and thought at one point I wasn't going to be able to finish, but I had already spent too much time and energy working towards my master's degree, and I didn't want to leave that unfinished. And graduation was in August of 2019. I heard about Pittsburgh GIST Sarcoma through Dr. Burgess and her staff. What I learned from having done the walk these past couple of years is that there wasn't much support for sarcoma research out there at all, nor was there funding available for this type of research. So whatever I can do to help somebody else get to where they're going and support the research to find new ways to treat people or cure this type of cancer, we'll do whatever we can.